Baby, it's time to ride the funk train. That's right. One last time for the Big and Funky Productions YouTube page for the year, and also Atari 7800 Forever. We're going to review a Christmas present. You know, my wife this year was like, "What do you want for Christmas, honey? I'm trying to find out what you want." And I said, "Let me do it. Let me get my own Christmas. I'm kind of sick of the Jelly of the Month Club and the sweet sausage from Europe baskets and stuff like that." So I got me a couple of Atari games from Atari.com, and I got a trio of titles from Video 61, Lance Rehnquist and Peter Mayer's group out there. I got Novawolf, check it out, which is their own paint job of an arcade classic. Is it a classic? I don't know. It's an arcade game called Solar Fox, and we'll dive butthole deep in it right now. Hola, childs. It's time for Funkmaster V's Getting Hip with the Atari 7800, where Funkmaster V, musician, ghost hunter, hat flipper, pro wrestler, and comedian, takes you on a tour of all things cool about the Atari 7800. Are you ready to get your groove on? Because it's about to get funky up in here. So not to be confused with the cuddly and the cute, flea-infested ragtag quartet Star Fox, Solar Fox was a game that predated that nonsense by about 10 years in the arcade as a coin-op machine where players, when putting in quarters, could play action-style arcade games for as long as they could survive. To me, Solar Fox has always been some guy in a corporate boardroom going, "Hey, you know what them kids like? They like them space games." And then somebody else going, "Hey, you know what them kids like too? They like them Pac-Man games too." And somebody said, "Hey, you know what, fellas? We should combine those two." And that's pretty much what Solar Fox is. Now today, we're talking about Novawolf. And Novawolf is an apple that doesn't fall far from the tree. They changed the name. They added some new boards that are kind of unique. There are several gameplay differences from the arcade version, and if you are a Solar Fox purist, you may cry foul, but most people won't even notice unless you're trying to review a video game for your website. So, what is the first thing you notice when you plug this game in? If I'm asking myself that question, which I am because I'm the only one here, it would have to be all of these options at your fingertips. It makes you think, hey, I'm going to have a lot of fun here horsing around and customizing this game the way I see fit. However, most of these things are pretty superfluous, and a lot of them make the game worse. The alignment option, don't touch it. Neither the back grid, move angles, you don't need to change the angle of your movement. That's just weird. And walls, I have no idea. The walls are there or they're not there from what I can tell. And the instruction sheet that they give you doesn't really tell you much. However, you know, start your starting level if you want to change that, or the order that you want to go in. Hey, horse around with that until you're blue in the face. So basically the game operates like Pac-Man. You move around, and we're looking at a bonus level right now. And your ship has to eat these pellets in space. I don't know. They're like space capsules or plasma balls. Who knows? But whatever it is, the mission is to collect all these things, and you will clear the board as soon as you eat all the little dots. Now you can see on the outside, you've got some bad guys flying around aimlessly, trying to shoot at you, and some mines popping up. But that's pretty much it. You start off the game with, I believe, 7 lives. And to be honest with you, I think that's too easy. I mean, this game is not tough. There's really no need for your own laser. And unlike the arcade, you can't speed up or speed down. However, you don't need the laser cannon. The guys are too hard to shoot. Your laser cannon is really slow to begin with. And there's no reason to really speed up or speed down because this game is pretty easy. It's well coded. I like how it looks. And there can be a lot of stuff happening at once, like you can see here, like this crazy go nuts, I don't know, what is that, a bicycle sprocket flying around? But all this stuff's pretty easy to evade. In fact, the first time I played it, I tripped the levels. I got past level 20 and started back on level 1. I think there are too many lives they give you. They should have reduced that down to 3. and the game might have been a little bit more challenging to knock out. So it's a pretty good game. I mean, it's not going to be your favorite Atari 7800 game of all time, but it's not badly programmed. It's actually smooth. Sometimes Video 61 games are a little glitchy here and there, but this one is pretty smooth, like the butt of a newborn baby. The music is absolutely laughable. It feels like somebody who doesn't know anything about music made it, and they played a Casio keyboard with their face. However, the sound effects are really good, and you can horse around with the levels and the options to change the gameplay experience. But it's pretty close to the original. I don't know if they were trying to make a carbon copy of Solar Fox, but it definitely is the flavor. You could do much worse on the Pro system. If somebody had me in a headlock and they held a Mexican pistola to my temple and said, "Tell these beautiful people what's the worst attribute about Novawolf which causes this game to kind of fall from a 4.0 to a 3.0, and I just tell them, in the headlock, I would say, this is just too much like being at Woodstock in the 60s. It's too easy to trip. It's too easy of a game. They should have lowered the lives from 7 to 3, and that really hurts the replay value. Value? What did I say? Value is what I meant to say. Shit. If you're interested in this game, it's available at AtariSells.com. That's also known as Video 61, and they will shoot that jive out to you lightning quick. Hey, tonight is New Year's Eve, and why don't you... Nobody's going outside. You're too old. People are weird. You're broke. You're tired. Do what regular people should do. Stay at home, watch a movie, crack open a wine cooler because you're fruity like that. Watch this jive. WJHC-AM. I'm telling you, this is one of the best movies ever about New Year's Eve, and it's about the best New Year's Eve, too. Y2K. You guys remember that one? Anyway, check this out. This is a movie that my company, Big and Funky Productions, created, wrote, starred in, made, distributed, blah, blah, blah. It's available on Tubi, Plex, Local Now, Amazon Prime. There's no excuse. Check out WJHCAM and have yourself a damn good New Year's Eve.
I'm very worried about Y2K.
Why are you worried about Y2K?
Because I'm afraid of what's going to happen after Christ returns.
Oh.